What's up, guys? Coming to you live from my studio, and just gonna take this thing up. I'm going to a different direction, but first off, I have to show that I did have the speed setting set low, so I finally figured it out. Like I said, I'm just like you guys. I'm just trying to have fun. Every day is an adventure. Sometimes I learn things. I mean, every day I learn something, but sometimes it's better than others. So here I did the max speed setting. I had it at 50%. So actually I brought it a little bit down because I was trying to not overwhelm the gimbal per se. So here we go. I'm going into a completely different direction than I've flown this thing, just because I want to see how it flies. And all this is screen recorded. I do have the actual SD card setting. Obviously you can see it's recording here to the not lower right, but close to lower right. So I'll post this when I can. But so normally I fly to the left of where you're looking at right now. So normally to the left of it's the ball field that I normally fly at. So I want to take it into a completely different direction. Excuse me. I was trying to see how far I could get it, and it went pretty far, believe it or not. So here we go. Typical little cruise. I know there's thousands and thousands of videos like this out there, but the only difference in mine is that I'm using a drone that I paid $225 for, and you can watch the same videos I'm making that people want you to buy a $900, $1,200 drone with. I'm telling you. And we'll try and do some links for the cheapest I found it since I bought this. Like I said, it was a fluke when I got this thing, I think, because it was before the firmware update, and I spent about 8 hours working on this drone, 6 to 8 hours, I guess you could say, and doing the update and doing the updates rather. And since then, it's ready to go. Now the ones you purchase, that's why I'm thinking you got to be careful that you don't buy one that doesn't have the updates, and you have to go through all the legwork just to get it to where I got mine. So I'm thinking $359. You're gonna get this, the same drone you're seeing here, and I want to check on, make sure it's got the same version, the firmware. So if I link it, it's a trusted seller. Check it out, and everything I link, if there is a problem, you do have a return policy. So with that said, let's see how far I can get this thing out today. And believe me, it was going to go further. Guarantee you that. But if you look at the height, that's not something you typically want to do at any given moment. You want to make sure you know your surroundings. And I highly suggest, if you are a drone novice or having fun with it, get Air Map. And it's on the Play Store, it's on iOS. I'll try and see if I can leave a link down there below when I get done with this, but it is so cool. The Air Maps actually just gives you an idea of what's going on around you in your airspace for where you live. So let's say you want to take your drone up and you live near an airport. Well, it's going to give you red signals and all this stuff, and if you're flying a DJI or whatever, sometimes you might not be able to take off. So it's good to have Air Map. And let's just say you got DJI Go 4 or you've got Litchi and you want to fly. You plug it in and they're not working correctly or whatever. You can actually take off and fly with Air Map, believe it or not, which is pretty cool. It's right here. I'm just panning on, I'm just cruising, going out, man. I said, I got this thing out there pretty far. This is the HUBSAN Zino, the same one this is one of the original ones that came out. The same one, if you ever watch QC Guy, same ones, he's chopped apart and did everything too. Same battery. I got 2 batteries for this thing. And I'm telling you, guys, don't believe every channel you watch. There's a lot of people out there that are putting out misinformation about stuff. I'm gonna tell you this thing, I mean, this is straight up from the Zino, and I will show you the versions of this thing. It's the one that's been updated. I spent the hours to do it. I mean, it wasn't crazy hard. It's just a matter of taking the time to do it. So here I am at over a half mile, or 3/4 of a mile, I think it was, something like that. And I hit return to home. Now at this point, when I hit return to home, it was a speck in the sky. I cannot see it. So anyway. Yeah, so when I told QC Guy that I bought this thing for $225, he's put a reaction back and just laughed, thinking that it's not possible. But yeah, it's very, very possible. Like I've said before, I've got receipts for it. And I was looking at buying another one, and it went up since I did it. It's like $282. So most of you guys are probably looking at $359, $379, $400 to get the same drone. And whether it's updated or not, I'm not sure. But I'm telling you, if I had to pay $350 for this quad, I would. If it's doing what it's doing now. I mean, my Mavic, I took it out almost a mile a few days ago. But this thing is like right there at the same point. And the camera's, it's not quite the same, but it's very comparable. And you're talking like, what? $1,200, $1,300 versus $225? You do the math. So here I am over the pool. And this is where, when I brought it down, I made a mistake, and I actually flipped the thing over. I was coming down, thought I had the apron thing on, which I think I changed it, and I didn't realize it. So, I mean, it didn't hurt the drone, not even one bit. But it was definitely pilot error. So when you're coming down from 700 and something feet up, it takes a few minutes. You see the batteries are like 47%. Everything's cool. We're cruising. Still recording video, which I'm gonna put the video up at some point. It's just so much easier doing screen record using the iPhone. A little voiceover. But yeah, don't be fooled by these sites that are saying the Zino sucks or it's whatever. Do all these updates. I think the trick is buying it from a reputable place so that you know you're getting what you paid for. So I'm gonna try and research that and make sure I leave some links down below so that if you want to get it, you're getting a real deal version. No, nothing nefarious, basically. There it is coming down. I was hoping the apron thing would kick in. I'm thinking there it says it's looking for it, but for some reason it didn't see it. Like I said, this before, I don't know if I said it in the last video, this is all beta, so it's all experimental. They're trying to get it, and I'm sure there'll be another update somewhere along the lines. So I went here, landed, hit the wrong thing, and I did that. I flipped it over. which is fine. I mean, it didn't hurt anything at all. It's a fun flight there. I mean, come on. That's a long ways. All right, thanks.